Well, hey there, folks. I'm meteorologist Matt Barentine. Really nice weather out there for us today because of lower humidity, making things feel pretty comfortable. That dry, pleasant air. Now, it still gets hot this afternoon, but once again, lower humidity just makes it a lot more bearable. It will likely stay dry here for the next several days. The humidity, though, does begin to creep back towards the end of the week. So in a couple of days, we're going to be right back into that mugginess. But today, we've got that lower humidity. This is dry air coming down from the front side of the Appalachians, kind of funneling down the front side of the Appalachians, kind of what we sometimes refer to as a backdoor cold front, although the air isn't really cold, it's just drier. And you can see that here, all that dry air across the deep south there on the water vapor loop. And here's what it does for us. It lowers our dew points. Now, dew points are a measure of moisture in the air, and they show up as temperatures because it's the temperature at which if we took the actual temperature and we lowered it, and you got down to the dew point temperature, that's where the air would be 100% saturated, 100% relative humidity. So the lower the dew point is, the less actually humid the air is. So less moisture the air is holding, I should say, because humidity can be relative depending on the temperature, right? But I'm not going to get completely into that. Just be aware that 60s is good for dew points at this time of year. And we've got them for today and tomorrow. Then by Friday, we're back in the 70s with a dew point, which means it's starting to get sticky again. The humidity is returning and the heat index is returning as well. See, today and tomorrow, not bad with the heat index, low to mid 90s. By the weekend, by Friday, we're looking at triple-digit heat index values. So back at that. So enjoy the little bit of a break while it lasts. I know it's not a huge break. You're like 93 compared to 102. I mean, okay, but it still feels cooler. You know, in early September, folks, this is what we get. This is nice. But I mean, at least in the mornings, with that lower humidity, the mornings are a lot nicer. You can roll the windows down. The evenings are nicer. You can go outside and get some, enjoy a nice little walk right before sunset, and conditions are pretty good. The Futurecast shows quiet conditions throughout the day. I'm not expecting any rain. Once again, those temperatures, it will get hot today. We're looking at temperatures climbing into the upper 80s here this afternoon. So we no doubt that's pretty hot, right around 90 degrees for most of us to upper 80s or 90 degrees this afternoon. Once again, the big thing here is that we won't have a heat index. So, it's going to be hot if you're standing out in the sun, no doubt, because we've got full-on sun out there. It's going to be toasty. But if you can find shade, even in the middle of the afternoon, it's a lot more bearable because of that lower humidity. The evening planner looks really good. Like I said, this is really where the dry air comes into play, is in the mornings and the evenings. It just feels a lot nicer out there, really comfortable out there for us this evening. So if you have some things to run around and do, looks good. The rip current risk is low, which is good news. We've seen our flags in our Baldwin County beaches go from reds last couple of days to yellows today. So we're back to yellow flags. Good news there. Low rip current risk right through the weekend, so good conditions there if you want to go to the beach. Also good conditions if you want to take the boat out. It's less rough out there. We're just looking at a light chop and lighter winds out there for us as well today and for the next several days. So calm conditions on the Gulf, which is good to say because, it's tropical season. And we don't have anything tropical anywhere nearby. There is a system out in the Atlantic that will likely become Gabrielle. But do not worry, it's going to stay out in the Atlantic. It is not headed towards the Gulf, not to us anyhow, so we're good. Here's your long-range forecast. Should be pretty quiet. Don't see a whole lot going on here. No significant rain chances until next week. Temperatures are going to be pretty hot and humid next several days. We'll see triple-digit heat index values Friday, Saturday, probably Sunday as well. But then as we head towards Monday and Tuesday of next week, it will be a little bit cooler, dropping back off into the 80s for highs. So we'll keep an eye on things for you. But all in all, a pretty good forecast here over the next week. Pretty typical, really, for this time of year. No issues out there, any major issues. Just a little bit hot, which you would expect here in early September. Thank you so much for joining us here on Fox 10.